to my awesome women over 40, close to 50, like me, and I'm on a mission to help y'all get and stay married, attract the love you desire and deserve. I really want to help you understand how to stay married. There is a lot of information out on the internet. How to get married. There's a lot of information out here: blue pill, black pill, red pill, purple pill. I don't care what pill it is. Telling men not to come after you, pursue you, all of those things. But I have a specific assignment right now. I don't know how long this assignment will last, but it's to help you stay married because I'm in a third marriage. Oh my God, third marriage. 50% of first marriages end in divorce, 67% of second marriages end in divorce, 73% of third marriages end in divorce, and only 5% of people are crazy enough to get married 3 times. I am my husband's third wife. He is my third husband. Yeah, it was totally me. If any of my exes ever watched this, it was me. I take 100% responsibility. I probably, I thought I was a good wife, but no, because when you don't want to be married, how can you really say that you were good anything, right? So I knew I always had options, and that's why I wanted to come along in this video and create this, especially for my married women. You know, if you are doing the work, you're one of the finest, fit, feminine, friendly, fun, interesting, nice, exciting, energetic, sexy, sassy, trauma free. You will always have options. Okay. I've done videos where I say men have more options. They do. But when you do the work, you have a lot of options for your age group going forward. Men go backwards. They can go 30 years backwards, no matter their age. And I'm talking about, of course, 50. Let's say a 50-year-old can date a 20-year-old. As a 50-year-old woman, you probably can't date a 20-year-old. And if you do, it's probably just fun. But you're going 10 years older. So in your 40s, you're going to the 50s. In your 50s, you're going to 60s, 60s, into the 70s, et cetera, et cetera. More often than not. And there are some things that I'm kind of noticing in this in this landscape of relationships. Now, this is going into relationships and marriages, and this is just observations. This is conversations. This is things that I've noticed in my own marriage, as I'm getting older. And I wanted to really address emotional needs and how important they are in the marriage and in your relationships, especially going forward. Emotional needs, conversation, which is part of companionship, which is part of the physical attractiveness, which is part of sexual fulfillment. So, the book I want to address today, and if you're older, watching this, like over 40, watching this, and you married later in life because you all were divorced. This is really, really important. You do not want to stonewall your spouse. Stonewall means you're not gray rock. Some of y'all dealing with some narcissistic personality disorders and narcissistic personality traits. Follow Dr. Romney. She will help you a lot. But this is not gray rocking where, they say, they ask you a certain question, you don't overshare because they're not interested anyway. A narcissist is only interested about, talking about themselves. They only care about themselves. They're selfish, self-centered people. And it is truly a mental disorder. But I'm talking about your spouse did something to you and you don't understand how to resolve conflict in your marriage or in your relationship when you're dating. So I'm reading a book now that I'm not going to reference just yet. In the book, they talk about the way that you basically resolve, like the way that you have difficulties or challenges. How do you react? Do you fight, flight, freeze? Now it could be verbal fighting, the coward's physical fighting, but that's addressed in the book. Flight, you just leave. You just leave. You don't tell your spouse where you're going or what you're doing. And this hurts their feelings. You just leave. And then you just freeze. And that's where I really was like, let me address this stonewalling. This is where you just don't say nothing. You don't want to communicate what's wrong. You don't want to have a conversation about what's going on. You don't want to address the real challenges and problems. And this creates more challenges and problems in the relationship, y'all. I grew up in a lot of childhood trauma where, my grandma just wouldn't speak to me for weeks. I was in a marriage once where that happened. So when there are aspects of that sprinkled into my marriage, I mean, it hurts me to the core because it hurts my child, right? My inner child. She's like, hey, I'm mad. So it brings on a domino effect. So I was like, if this is happening, and I do a lot of the work, a lot of you do that to your husbands. And then you don't realize that The woman at work will give him the conversation he wants. The woman at work will meet his emotional needs. The woman at work is physically attractive because she's dressing up to come to work every day. She's putting on her perfume. The woman at work is going to admire him. And this is where a lot of affairs happen. But guess what? What men don't understand, and I know men watch my videos, hey, y'all, hey. The same is true for the woman that you're dealing with too, especially if she's doing the work. Women that watch my videos, we're doing the work. Like, I'm not over here with women leaving, if they leave trolly comments, it's typically on like the clearance or video. But the women that leave comments on my video, that's why I don't have a whole lot of comments, because they're really doing the work. They send me real emails. And so for the men that you're getting an opportunity to be with a woman that is doing the work, she's finest, fit, feminine, friendly, fun, interesting, nice, exciting, energetic, sexy, sassy, trauma free, you are draining her love bank. Not speaking to her, not admiring her, not dating her, not building companionship, not keeping yourself physically attractive. Most of y'all men, y'all, this is, I mean, some older men, your stomach's just, you can't possibly think that's attractive. You guys don't go to the dentist. That's not attractive. You're not taking care of yourself. So a lot of women, they're not attracted to you, but they love you for who you are. But the attractiveness, they have to tolerate that part of you. So you also want to make sure that you're cherishing her, because even though you have more options, do you want to just go through a new relationship every 1 or 2 years, every 2 to 3 years? You want a new relationship? So like I said, I'm seeing things going. I Chicago step, and I say Chicago step, so y'all know I dance and I step. So now that I'm out more among older men, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, I realize they want companionship. But the women in their 70s, they don't really want you. And if they do, you don't want them, because they low energy, and or life's. Their teeth have fallen out. They're wearing wigs. Life's. Life's for all of us. We are all going to hit that wall, as they call it, with life. Now, there's women in my Pilates classes that are in their 60s and 70s, and baby, they will give a 40 or 30-year-old or 20-year-old runs for their money. Even me, close to 50, I'll give you a run for your money. But I think that we all have to understand, in our relationships, we need to honor and cherish and admire and adore each other, men and women. So y'all shouldn't be, we should be too old to stonewall each other and just like, I don't want to speak to you. I said what I said and I'm done. That is childish. It's no, I'm not gonna use childish term. It shows that you're immature. It shows that there's growth that needs to be done. It shows that there's not work on your side, because it's a very immature way to behave in a relationship as an adult. Use your words. Your 2-year-old grandson or granddaughter is walking around puffing and puffing because they're upset, not 60 and 70 and 50-year-old adults. Like, I see it, and I'm just like baffled when I talk to women, when I talk to men. We are getting to a point, like, if you don't want a companion at this age, I don't want to hang out with women all the time. I enjoy going to eat with them once in a while, but I love men. I love men. The energy men bring, the joy they bring, the strength they bring, the safety they bring, the security they bring. Men. The mental they bring. Men. And as a man, do you in your 50s, 60s, and 70s want to keep hanging out with men and new women that may or may not like you for you and be there for you if something happens to you? So I don't know. Something's come over me. I really had work to do. And I was like, I need to make this video. And I wasn't. I was going to go work. And I was like, I got to make this video. So I hope that you all, and I'm noticing that with myself too in my marriage. Like, we have to cherish each other. Even when I talk with my husband, I can't overshare on the internet, but companionship is really important. There are 10 emotional needs that really need to be met for men and women. They're in different order, but it's admiration, affection, conversation, domestic support, family commitment, financial support, honesty and openness, physical attractiveness, recreational companionship, and sexual fulfillment. And the thing about too that I'm noticing with men, she needs you, But as we get older, our needs for you doing things and gifting things and all that, it's not that she doesn't need it. It's just that we want something different most of the time. Companionship. We want quality time. We want that physical touch. We want the words of affirmation. So the acts of service are great. You want to come and wash the car. You want to help, you know, cook the dinner. But maybe she doesn't want you to cook the dinner. Maybe she wants to dress up, put her heels on or her cute little dress and go get something to eat. And it does not have to be expensive. Maybe she wants to go walk in the park or the mountain. Maybe you can just hold her hand in public. I'm telling you, as I'm getting older and noticing things, I'm like, it's the simple things that make the significant impact in our lives and our relationships. So I'll tell you again, as my men watch these videos, one thing I'm learning, especially when I'm going to these sets, that's what the parties are called, Chicago Step In. Men, I have some notes there, men recognize good women. See, I keep saying men have a lot of options, but women to do the work, oh yeah, we got a lot of options too. Men recognize good women. I'm around women sometimes, they're like, I never get a dance. Yesterday, I literally had to just walk around. I went to a set, and it was someone's birthday, and I really didn't want to stay long, and I didn't stay more than an hour. My feet were hurting because I've been at a entrepreneurship conference earlier today. I worked. I had to teach a class for some entrepreneurship students. The men, I don't have a problem getting dancers. I have a problem sitting down. Men desire relationships. Some of our men desire it, especially as y'all get older. Don't let these purple pill fools fool you into believing you don't need or want a woman, because you are going to be stuck with, like, a lot of y'all have daughters and your relationships are, they're they are let me see how I can put it. They're not inappropriate in any way, shape, or form, it to me, but they are, the energy isn't transferred appropriately, right? So instead of, she's calling you, you're calling her, she's coming over and doing the things that a woman should do. Like, someone was asking me to do something very recently, and I was like, yeah, these are things that you should be asking your girlfriend or wife to do. Like, these aren't appropriate things for a friend, and not romantic or anything. Like, can you pick up this? Can you do this? Can you do me a favor? No, no, these aren't appropriate things for me to do for you. Men also want a trophy for my women, and y'all men know that. Y'all want these nice looking, cute women on your side. You want somebody that's easy on your eyes. You want somebody that's physically working on herself. Because as we get older, listen, we got stretch marks, life changes, gravity does what it does, but you want somebody that's doing the work. Men also compete. So y'all men know that you're competing with other men for the attention of the woman that you truly desire. And then I put here, just men want companions. You all golf with each other, you have the fun, but what would it be if you did have somebody that you enjoyed golfing with sometime once in a while? Or you had somebody that you enjoyed going to the movies with, or sitting and watching a movie, or going to the park with. So I just think that we're spending a lot of time chasing, 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 but at 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, y'all still chasing. Wow, a lot. So I hope that we can all come together, and especially for my married ones, don't take each other for granted. Don't do that. I try not to take my husband for granted, and I hope that he doesn't take me for granted. But I think that what I'm noticing with men is that you guys think, hey, I'm a provider, I do this, I do that. Women need to be told they're beautiful. Women need to be told um, they're loved. Women need to be shown the things that they enjoy. If in the beginning you bought flowers, buy her flowers. Spend a little $8 a week, buy her some fresh flowers. Send her a text or a note. You all, the women are doing a lot of the work, but y'all men got to do the work too. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm actually a little tired. I'm going to head to Pilates. I'm emotionally drained with some things going on in my own life. Life's for all of us, but God is a faithful God. I'm wishing you all the best. And I really, really do want to see y'all live your best lives with a companion, with somebody that adores you, my men, and with my women, someone that adores you too, because it's so much better together. All right. See you in the next video. Bye, y'all.